So these vlogs that are combined in this video are from a while ago, and a lot's happened over the summer since these videos have happened, but I figured I would post these now, better late than never. I'm combining two trips that I took personally in the month of July. The first one is with my best friend in the whole world, Allison. She is the best. She literally flew miles across oceans to be with me. And she was here for 10 days in July, right after Josh and I went to Paris. So just a sort of an explanation of why this took so long, although there's really no excuse for posting a vlog like 2 months after you've gotten back from a trip. But Josh and I got back from Paris around like the 5th of July, and Allison came in on the 9th of July, and during this time period we were prepping to move from our old flat to our new flat. And then she was there for 10 days, and she left the 19th. On the 19th, my grandma and my uncle came into Edinburgh, and I met them on the 20th to meet them there, and that's where we started that trip. And then they were there till the end of July. So all that to say, the vlogs were being posted from Paris while I was traveling, and we were also moving. So it just kind of compounded and became one of those things that you had to do, but other things were happening anyway. There's no real excuse, but July was crazy. I was hardly ever home, but it was amazing. Seeing people from home was so great, and Josh could join us for a little bit of the time, but he was working at his job he had over the summer, but my job is a little bit more flexible, which is why I was able to sort of be the hostess of July for people who came to visit. But it's been a while, so the recap is going to be a little bit all over the place. Basically, I'm just going to sum up what I did, and then the pictures and the videos are just kind of brief highlights of the trip. So this vlog is sort of a really sorry it's so late. Here's some footage that I managed to take while I was traveling. But first with Allison, it was just so nice to see her. Allison is my best friend in the whole wide world. She was my maid of honor, and she loves me way more than I deserve because she came here just to be with me. It was so great. So when she first arrived, she arrived in London, and I met her there, and we spent, I think, a day or two in London, and we saw Wicked, which was super fun. And then shortly after that, we weren't in London very long at all. We left for Madrid for about 4 or 5 days, and that was really awesome. We went to all of the huge museums in Madrid. We went to the botanical gardens. We went to 2 flamenco shows because we went to one and fell in love with it. So we said we have to go to another one because we loved it so much. You'll see there's a clip of us after we saw the flamenco show, and we're both just like out of our minds excited about it. I think I said it was the best thing I've ever seen, which in that moment, I really thought it was. While in Madrid, I also went to the Royal Palace with her, and we hung out at a bunch of really cool kind of like street bars, and there were so many awesome shops and like spice markets, and it was just such a cool experience to be there with her, hanging out, you know, like in Europe, which we never thought we would do. It was just such an exciting time and so great to be with her. And it was her first time in Europe, so that was really awesome. And then after Madrid, we came back to London rather. And while we were in London, I showed her all of the normal spots you're supposed to go when you're a first-time tourist in London. So we went to the London Eye. We saw Buckingham Palace. We went to all the like big highlight museums, the National Portrait Gallery, the National Gallery, the Natural History Museum, all of those fun museums. I took her to afternoon tea. We also went to see Phantom of the Opera, which was so fun and so great because both of us, when we were growing up, just were such musical nerds together. So to go see these big name shows with her was really, really exciting, and just to be there with her and just, you know, revel in the music. It was so great. And having her here again, just to have a little piece of home. I hadn't seen her since we moved a year ago, so it was so great to see her face and to just show her around and kind of like have this really awesome adventure with my best friend. So that was that part of the trip, and that'll be the first part of the vlog. And then with my grandma and my uncle, I didn't vlog or take as many pictures, but again, since we've moved, I haven't seen my grandma or my uncle, and to have them here and have family and a piece of home was just so nice. I'm just like consistently flabbergasted by what people are willing to do to come and see the both of us. So it was just so wonderful to have them here. And with my grandma and my uncle, they flew into Edinburgh. So the day after I came back from London with Allison, I spent one night in Birmingham, and then I went right to Edinburgh, and we did a tour of the Highlands. So we saw these mountains called the Three Sisters, which I have pictures of, but I don't know if I've ever teared up because something was so beautiful. Scotland like changed my life. The mountains were gorgeous. The drives were gorgeous. It's just green and beautiful and kind of chilly and just, oh, I loved it. So we saw a bunch of beautiful hills and mountains and the cutest towns, and we stayed in Inverness for a night, and that was just so nice. And again, it was my grandma's very first time being in Europe, and so just to be with her and kind of experience this just felt like really a once-in-a-lifetime thing. It was so awesome. And after we came back from Scotland, which again, the pictures I have, it just doesn't do it justice. It was so great. But, you know, I was just enjoying my family so much, I honestly just forgot to take out the camera. But then we came back to London for a bit, and again, did most of the same touristy stuff I did with Allison, but it was fun to have a trip with my best friend and also have a trip with my grandma and my uncle and kind of have two different kinds of trips of London, honestly. So that was really great. While all of us were in London, we also took a tour of Buckingham Palace because for 10 weeks they had the staterooms open for the public at a lower price than they usually do, and we also got to see some of the gardens of Buckingham Palace. So that was really awesome to be there with my grandma and my uncle and kind of share that experience together. It was really, really great, and they spoiled me silly, and it was so nice to just kind of be in their company and, you know, see them after so long. It was so nice. And we went to Paris for a whirlwind trip of a day. I don't think I took any pictures of us while we were in Paris because it was just a whirlwind. So that was crazy, but really fun. And then we came back to London. We saw a show. We just went to go get like authentic English food at pubs and got fish and chips and steak and ale pies and all of that yummy stuff. And we went back to some of the same museums. But again, it was just so great to show different people from home this new home of ours and to explore. So anyway, the vlogs are not great for this time around. I barely took videos. I especially didn't when I was with my grandma and uncle, but there are some highlight pictures, and so this vlog is just sort of a photo collage of my time with them, but the experiences I had were amazing, and I'm just so grateful. So here's some little snippets. Dun, 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 dun.
Madrid, and my best friend in the whole world is here because she's the best. And what I know so far about Madrid, because I'm the worst vlogger and I haven't vlogged in days, is that it's very hot, it's very beautiful, and right here, we don't know what this is. It's so pretty. What is it? I don't know. But there's beautiful marketplaces, and we've already had some amazing food, and there's street performers. I'm having the time of my life, and I'm probably gonna get sunburned, but I'm with my best friend, and it's so nice, and more to come. Sorry I suck at vlogs. Exist in Europe, and it definitely doesn't exist in England. So Allison found one, and I don't even like it that much, but I ordered a burrito. So we're here. We're at the Botanical Gardens today in Madrid, and they're so beautiful, and it's warm, but it's like shady, and all of the greenery just puts you in a better mood. And we're going to all these museums, and we keep passing all of them, and they're just like, each one is so gorgeous, and I don't know, we have the whole day to just walk around and look at pretty things. So this is the pretty plant version of our pretty seeing tour. And then we're gonna see pretty art, and it's just been really nice, and it's hot, but it's doable. And we're just having a really good time, and everything is beautiful, and Spain is beautiful. Good day. We got back from a flamenco show, and we're both dying because it was the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Like the best thing.
They had passion coming out of their guts, and they were just dancing and stomping. And it was the most amazing thing we've ever
He
seen.
almost got kicked in the face, but she was okay with it.
I was standing right by the stage. I couldn't even believe it. I got dust flown on me by a skirt. I think I got hit by the skirt, and I almost got knocked out by his feet. But honestly, if he had knocked me out, I don't even know if I would have
She'd say thank you.
I'd be like, thank you so much. You're lovely. Thank you for giving me this nose that's broken. So today we had a full day to do things that we weren't expecting, because Madrid is a lot more compact than I had realized. So right now we're in this thing called the Museum of Coralba, which belonged to some Spanish noble, I think. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I don't either.
But it's beautiful, and it's like so ornate. Just this huge estate that you can like walk around, and it's gorgeous. So this is what we're doing. It's beautiful, just like everything else. Oh my gosh.